All right, so what I want to do now is just go over the rubric that you and your partner are going to be evaluated on. It's your standard 4-point rubric, and some of the things are here for you. So the research, first you're going to make sure you turn your research into Mrs. Smith, myself, Mr. Klimas, so we can scan it and take a look at it. So all of the research requirements, we just talked about that in the previous video, but you also have to make sure that your research is in your presentation, and you need at least 4 to 5 facts on each slide. So on my example slide, notice that not the cover page, obviously, but I have like 6 facts there, and I have 5 facts there. So that's the first thing that you're going to need to do. And not only that, in order to get a 4, which is your A grade, you have to do some research outside of Britannica as well. So you do most of it on the Britannica site, but maybe you find some information on history.com or another good website. No, let's not use Wikipedia for this particular assignment. Gum on slides is the next one, so there shouldn't be any errors. So let's take a look at my example. The only red squiggly line I have is this. It wants to make representatives one word, or actually one line, but that would make the bullets too long. So I'm checking to make sure all of my things are spelled correctly. The capital letters for states, the capital letters for people's names, make sure that that is there. So you want to do that. So I just did that. The use of images. So every slide has images from 2 web sources. So if I look on my things, I have 2 images there, and I have, I don't want this to be here. I have also some citations for the pictures themselves. You just can't see both of them the way that I'm presenting right now. So I have links to both of these that I could click to these to go find. Let's see if I can go to this one. So I have Flag of the United Nations. Here's the link. Flag of President Reagan. Here's the link. So I provide the citations there for that. Citations, make sure it's always in proper format. Use easybib.com. EasyBib is what you guys learned last year, that basically all I have to do is type in the URL, I think, and it will give me all of the rest of it. There's my website for what it is. It's probably, do I have a online encyclopedia? There probably is one. There it is. Okay, so I would put it into the encyclopedia thing, and it would get all my citation information. So then it should look something like this. Okay, and then the last one is, and this is the big part. So this is worth 8 points, not 4 points, because it's the inquiry part of your assignment. So based on all of the research that you did, you need to come up with an evaluation of your president. So was he the best? Then you'd probably give him an A or an A plus. And then you would back up your evidence by 2 sources without any grammar errors, 2 different sources. Remember, Britannica is one source, and you're going to come with really clear evidence. So just by saying that, for instance, let's see here. I said that he ended the Cold War. He also had a war in Iraq and his promise of no new taxes. So this is 3 big things that he did. And like I said, this is shorter. Yours should probably be a couple pages long in order to justify what it is that you're doing. And all of this came from just one source, which is history.com. I'm sorry, I did have 2 sources in here. I have history.com and Encyclopedia Britannica. So I do have my 2 sources here. Okay, so you have to have 2 sources in your thing, and notice that after my fact, I put my citation there about where I got my information from. So the paragraph is the information, and then there's the citation at the end of it that tells me where my information came from. So that Mr. Klimas couldn't say that I plagiarized, or Mrs. Smith couldn't ask where this information came from. Okay, so this is how I am going to be evaluated, And what I would do is, now that you have your research done and completed, you can figure out how you're going to set up your project. Okay, so there we go.